You know what's funny? Most executives picture recruiters as their personal agent. They think we're sitting in some glass-walled office, coffee in hand, pouring over your resume, calling up hiring managers to talk about how perfect you are, and then negotiating the world's best offer for you. But the reality, especially if you've been in corporate America for a while, the recruiter's thought process is, let's just say, a little bit different. And I say that as someone who's been in those conversations every single day for the last 15, 20 years. So today, I'm pulling back the curtain. I'm gonna show you exactly what's running through a recruiter's head the moment they see your profile. The unfiltered reasons you get passed on, even if you're technically qualified. And most importantly, what you can do to become the best candidate they fight for. And trust me, once you know this, you'll never look at the hiring process the same way again. First, let's be clear on the recruiter shop. Because if you understand their job, you'll understand their decision-making process. A recruiter, whether they're in-house or at an agency, is juggling three priorities. Filling the role quickly. Time to fill isn't just a metric, It's like their scoreboard. Every day that role is open, the pressure goes up. So keeping the client happy too, and client here means the hiring manager or the company paying their fee, not you. Now, harsh truth, protecting their own credibility. Every candidate they send is a reflection of their judgment. And if they send the wrong fit too many times, it's done. So when your profile hits their desk, their brain immediately goes into a triage mode. They're thinking speed, hey, can this person solve my client's problems right now, or will they need 6 months to ramp up? And then they also think about a fit. Will they mess with the company's culture, their leadership style, and the politics? And then they think about risk. Hey, if I get them to the finish line, are they gonna actually accept the offer, or are they gonna ghost me after 3 interviews? Yes, people ghost recruiters too. And here's the part nobody likes to hear. If they can't check those 3 boxes fast, they're gonna move on and ghost you, never talk to you, no matter how many awards you've won. Now, let me walk you through 3 scenarios that I've seen so many times, fictionalized of course, but absolutely true to life. Let's talk about scenario 1, the overqualified pass candidate, Senior VP applying for a director role, on paper, incredible, 20 years of wins, revenue growth, international expansion, the whole package. The recruiter's actual thought, they'll get bored. They'll leave in a year. My client is gonna blame me for bringing him in. Here's the thing. When you're overqualified, it doesn't mean you're too good for the job. It sends a signal, whether true or not, that you probably won't stick around. You might be too expensive, or you might expect more authority than the role offers. Now, here's the lesson. If you want the role, address that perception head on. Say, hey, I know I'm coming with more experience than the role requires. Here's why that's a strength and why I'm committed to this position long term. All right, let's go over to scenario 2, the culture mismatch. Candidate, perfect skills, years in the industry, multiple successful turnarounds, but here's the problem. In the interview, every story was, I did this, I led that, I fixed this. The recruiter's actual thought is hey, they're brilliant, but they're not collaborative. My client's leadership team will never go for it. And here's where executives get tripped up. They think results alone will seal the deal. But recruiters know results without, alignment can blow up a team dynamic. So the lesson here is show how, not just the what, say hey, I drove a 20% revenue increase by bringing marketing, sales, and ops together under one shared initiative. That's both results with that teamwork collaboration. Now, scenario number 3, the poor positioning flip. Candidate, Actually a great fit, but the problem. The LinkedIn headline says, experienced professional in management. And the resume is a dense paragraph filled with jargon. You've seen these. The recruiter's actual thought, man, if I can't pitch you to my client in 20 seconds without fumbling, I'm not risking it. The lesson for you, clarity wins. Your positioning should be so obvious that someone else could confidently introduce you at a meeting without you in the room. Now here's the theme so far. The decision isn't always about your ability, it's about your perceived risk. And recruiters are trained to eliminate risk fast. Recruiters are not career coaches. They're not brand consultants, even though they try to be. They're not here to develop you into the right candidate. They're matchmakers with deadlines. The executives who get through their filter the fastest, they make their value obvious as quickly as possible. They address potential objections before they're even raised, and they position themselves like a solution, not a gamble. And when you can make a recruiter's job easier, they will fight for you. They will call the hiring manager after hours. They will push your resume to the top of the pile, and they will sell you as the safest bet that their client can make. So, Here's your homework. If you want to pass the behind the offer test, look at your LinkedIn and your resume like a recruiter seeing it for the first time. Would they know what you do in 20 seconds, what you specialize in, your results? In every conversation, ask yourself, am I making them feel safe about presenting me to their client? Stop assuming your experience speaks for itself. In recruiting, nothing speaks for itself. If this gave you a peek behind the curtain, let me know in the comments and type behind the offer if you want me to do a part 2 where I review real anonymous executive profiles and tell you exactly what a recruiter would think. And if you want to know what happens after the recruiter pitches you to the hiring manager, you'll want to check out the next video because that's where the real decisions get made.